Good evening, everyone. We're going to start the June 2nd, 2025 regular board meeting to order. We'll start with roll call.
Valencia,
Present.
Cefuentes,
Here.
Reyes,
Here.
Lache,
Here.
Olivas,
Here.
Moreno,
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Okay, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, we're going to start with public comments. In order to speak at the board meeting, you would have had to sign in before 7 p.m. Respect the 3-minute time limit and also respect the confidentiality of our students and staff, and please keep comments appropriate. We'll start with Irma.
Good evening. I'm standing here once again with great concern for the well-being of our SLC students as well as the dedicated professionals that support them. Over the course of 2024-2025 school year, SLC parents have brought many concerns to this board many times, and yet we have not been taken seriously. If you have someone with ASD, then you know that transitions unplanned events, communication, regulation of any kind, and sensory inputs are a continuous struggle. The SLC program, as I was made to believe, was a program for special needs children. Yet, this past year, it was made very clear to me and other parents that this program is not a priority for District 131. I know that there are roughly 60 students that attend the program, and the district has neglected to support these students. While I'm aware that personal decisions are made by the administrative team and HR, it is clear that neither of these groups of people know and understand a student with ASD, because if they did, they would know that removing Ms. Wilson, who supported, protected, and advocated for these students, was a big mistake, because these two people left in her place had no idea how to support and handle the SLC program. During the whole year, the program was short 2 teachers. At the end of May, it was shared that 4 teachers who genuinely care for these students are not returning to the program and have been assigned to other buildings. As parents, this is heartbreaking because transition and change is so hard for these kids. While I understand some teachers may want to change, others do not. And with the program being down 2 teachers already, why did the district decide to move these 4 teachers? How is this justified? Over the year, there have been many instances observed, reported, and documented of Ms. Ballesteros demonstrating behaviors that are not only unprofessional, but in direct contradiction to the values of inclusion, equality, and dignity that our district claims to uphold. Some examples of Ballesteros' unprofessionalism are mistreatment of special needs students, disrespect and intimidation towards the staff, disregard of parents, lack of communication with parents, culture of avoidance and exclusion. I remember hearing Ballesteros say that if it was up to her, she wouldn't have any special needs students in her school. Is this the person you want to have as a leader of Gates Elementary? I 100% don't want my child near this person, neither other SLC parents. We demand Ballesteros' removal as principal of Gates and keep these teachers who really care and are passionate about special needs children here at Gates. Today, I respectfully ask this board to communicate in regard to our concerns. Thank you.
All right, the next public speaker, Gabby Arriaga.
Good evening, School Board District 131, President Cifuentes and Dr. Halverson. I'd like to express my gratitude to all of you for your service and dedication to District 131. My name is Gabriela Arriaga del Toro. I have been a social worker for the past 13 years, 3 of which have been here in District 131, serving my hometown of Aurora La Bella. Being a social worker is more than a job for me. It is my calling. I've walked alongside students and families through some of the most challenging and transformative moments in their lives. In this work, I have deeply understood that behavior is a language. It is the way children speak when they don't have the words to say what is happening to them. What we often interpret as defiance, avoidance, or disruption is frequently a reflection of something deeper: unmet needs, survival responses, and unresolved trauma. These behaviors are not signs of a lack of care or motivation, but rather signs that a student is struggling to feel safe and regulated. Over time, it's become increasingly clear that while consequences have a place, they cannot be the only response. Out-of-school suspensions, alternative placements, and expulsions may address immediate behavior, but they don't always address the root cause. We also have to recognize that healing environments require reflection from all of us. As the adults in the room, our energy, tone of voice, and approach can deeply influence how students respond. This isn't about blame. It's about accountability, growth, and the shared responsibility we all carry in creating conditions where students can succeed. As you heard about the resilience showcase we put together a few weeks ago, our students are incredibly resilient. When they are met with compassion, consistency, respect, and unconditional support, they begin to heal. And from that healing comes growth, emotionally, behaviorally, and academically. Many of you may be familiar with adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs, traumas like abuse, neglect, domestic violence, or losing a parent to incarceration or death. These experiences don't just leave emotional scars, they rewire a child's nervous system for survival. What may look like defiance is often self-protection. What may seem like apathy is often unprocessed grief. This is why the role of the school social worker is so vital, not just in moments of crisis, but as a calm, compassionate presence that models regulation and safety. Our students don't need more discipline, they need more healing, and that healing begins with us, the adults in the room. We are the emotional thermostats of our schools. With that in mind, and with a fully and hopeful heart, I am stepping away from my role in the district to fully dedicate myself to my private practice, Del Toro Mental Health and Wellness. My goal is to expand a holistic solution, the BreathWorks program, a trauma-responsive, breath-based approach designed to regulate the nervous system, restore calm, and support both staff and students in becoming more grounded, present, and emotionally resilient. My vision is to return in partnership with the district, offering workshops, wellness retreats, direct counseling, and professional development that helps create calmer classrooms by first supporting the adults who lead them. When we invest in staff wellness, we unlock student potential. Thank you for allowing me to grow here. Thank you for your partnership, your passion, and your commitment to our kids. I look forward to continuing this journey with you. Let's continue to build something powerful together. Sí se puede.
All right, on to the third public comment. Cassie?
Over the course of 2024-2025 school year, the SLC program, which supports students pre-K transition, has been discussed many times at this board meetings. Today, I bring up the additional concerns. Before I get into that, I want to share, I am a mother of a student at Gates that has been diagnosed with autism. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware or have any relatives or children with autism, but it is a continuous fight. The day that my son was diagnosed with autism, everybody around me life's changed. I taught myself and educated myself about ASD and how the best way to support my child. As a parent, not knowing anything about IEP's process and the support that my son needed, I have built relationships with parents and staff at the school and that support him and that help my son grow. Sorry. Since my child has been in elementary, I know that there's been roughly about 60 students that attend the program. I do not know about other grade levels, but the district has neglected to support the population of these students. Removal of the administrator in November that supported, advocated, and protected our kids in the SLC program. And there was 2 administrators left in the place that had no idea how to support or handle these programs. Gates had 6 teachers and 10 to 12 kids in each class, instead of 8 teachers with 6 to 8 kids in each class. The entire year, the program was short-staffed, 2 teachers. During the month of April, which is Autism Awareness Month, the school nor the community did anything to bring awareness or collaborate ASD and to promote the collaboration between the SLC students and the general education students. At the end of May, it was shared because of the staff that works with the SLC students do genuinely care about the kids and the families. 4 of the 6 teachers were not returning to the program and has been assigned to other buildings. As a parent, this is heartbreaking and alarming because again, like Irma had stated, transition for autistic kids is not easy. And the program is going to be down, with the program being already down 2 teachers, the district had decided to move 4 more. How is that justified? What happens if you guys don't find any teachers to replace? The 2 remaining teachers cannot handle 50 to 60 kids, let alone 50 to 60 kids with autism. We're just trying to find out when the districts will take into concern by the staffs and the families that this program is a serious program. When will the parents of the program, be invited to share what's in our best interest of our kids?
All right, on to communications from the superintendent.
Thank you, Board President Cifuentes. First, we're going to start with our community relations report, and I'm going to ask Ms. Morales to step in for community relations this evening.
So nice to see this room so full of parents and students and staff on the last day of school. So thanks for coming in support of the little ones here today. Yes, I'm filling in for Marissa. Good evening, board and families and staff. We're so proud of the 908 East Aurora graduates that took to the stage yesterday to receive their diplomas at NIU University. At yesterday's ceremony, our valedictorian, Kevin Martinez, and salutatorian, Paul Perez, gave inspiring and moving speeches that had many of us in tears. Both Kevin and Paul will be attending Harvard University, as well as Hector Montellano Bajena, who was 4th in his class. These impressive students were interviewed last week and appeared on WGN, and it so happens they are currently being interviewed at the high school by Univision. So they're going to be on TV again, so look out for them. We're so proud of these students and the future that lays ahead for them, and we wanted to share a video clip of last week's segment. So if technology can boot it up.
To have 3 students from the same high school accepted to Harvard University. It's even more unlikely that you'll be accepted to the university with your closest friends. But that's exactly what's happening at East Aurora High School. 3 East Aurora High School seniors are making headlines sitting down with me this week on Adelante Chicago to tell their story. The close friends have a lot in common. Not only do they attend the same school, but play on the same tennis team, hold the number 1, 2, and 4th academic ranking in their graduating class, and decided to apply to one of the top universities in the country with an acceptance rate of less than 5%.
When we applied, it was like we all were in the same math class in the same table. It was pre-calculus, and we would talk about it. It's kind of like a shot in the dust. Why not just apply?
That shot in the dark worked out in their favor. All 3 were shocked to hear they were accepted with a full financial aid package.
The odds of getting to the school was hard, but then getting to the school with your friends is more difficult.
They say it's their parents' hard work that gave them the push to always do their best.
My father's hands tell the story of sacrifice. He comes home from construction covered in wood chips. His hands bruised, blistered, swollen, and they're immigrants from Mexico, and it's kind of hard to just stand by and give the bare minimum when my parents have already gone through so much to put me in a position where all I have to worry about is school.
Kevin, Hector, and Paul are now planning their next 4 years. Confident they'll have each other to lead.
We're gonna hang out a lot because, I mean, over there, it's not as diverse as one might think, and it's also a whole different community. So I believe that we have to be there to support each other and help each other out.
I did ask them about some of the controversies around it.
Wow, we're so proud of these students, all of our students, but good round of applause. Thank you. All right, so we'd also like to recognize another group of superstars this evening. And that's, we're gonna recognize them for their artistic talent. So, and that's our elementary art students. So if you look around the boardroom, you'll see some beautiful art that was updated. And all this came from our elementary arts program. So they're here tonight with their parents and their art teachers to be recognized. So first of all, let's give them a round of applause because this is their beautiful work. Thank you. So the artwork will be on display throughout the next school year, so we can all, when we're having a moment, just come down here and take a look at it. So we'd also like to thank and recognize our art teachers for working with our students to perfect their talent. So what I'd like to do is, we have a lot of kiddos here, and I want to make sure they all have their moment. So I'm going to ask, I'm going to pull up the groups of teachers 3 at a time. So I'd like at this time for Bonnie Ramirez to come forward. Bonnie, round of applause for Bonnie. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to give these to you, and I'll call the kids in just a moment. Lisa Johnston. And Jen Weber. Okay. All right. So it's just you and I. We got this. All right. So we're going to start with the first packet here. Oh, fine. Yes, I will. All right. So we're going to start with Brooklyn Rogers. Nope. Sorry. We're going to start with Jacob Vences Virella, second grade, Benavides STEAM Academy. And if you can stay up here, we're going to take pictures. Vanessa Herrera. Dylan Perez. Okay. Ashley Rivera. Okay. Jaslyn Ceja. Okay. Jane Lee Alzate, third grader Bardwell. Okay, moving on. Alaya Cardenas, fourth grader at Bardwell. Nope. Do we have Jane Lee? We had her. Jane Lee Alzate, third grader at Bardwell. Nope. Okay. All right. Yep. There we go. I'm going to give you these. Jalen Guerrero, third grade, Oak Park School. Julian Torres Delgado, fifth grader, Oak Park School. Elena Osborne, first grader, O'Donnell. Maya Garcia, fifth grader, O'Donnell School. Allison Barraza Rivera, fourth grader, O'Donnell School. Yes. Gael Garduno, fifth grader, O'Donnell School. Okay, if we can have Leslie Galen, our teacher, come forward if you're here today. Adriana Vonnegaard and Nicole Polly. Ready? Athena Padilla. Kyla Harden, fifth grader at Rollins. Or behind. Melanie Bueno, fourth grader at Rollins. Isabela Toledano Resendiz, first grader at Rollins. Galilea Calderon, first grader, Brady School. Barbara Lemon Alcala, second grader, Brady School. Do we have teacher Elizabeth Christie here? Molly Bouchant and Sharon Schneller, I'm sorry, Schlenker. If you're here, if you're going to come forward, thank you. And who's this? Eliel Chavez Martinez. Yeah, let me get you just. Grace Garcia. David Laurie. Brooklyn Rogers, fourth grader at Krug School. Is she here? Andres Martinez Zamora, first grader at Krug School. All right. We have Benjamin Alapor, fourth grader at Gonzalez Child Center. Angel Gonzalez Elliott, fourth grader at the Gonzalez Center. Ezequiel Ochoa, fifth grader at the Gonzalez Center. Anali Alanis, fifth grader at Gate School. Christopher Granados, third grader, Gate School. Aaron Gonzalez Velasco, fifth grader at Gate School. Josiah Calderon. Oh, we have him. All right, Josiah Calderon, third grader at Gate School. All right, Lisa Gonzalez, kindergarten at Dietrich. Darlie Fail, first grader at Dietrich. Fernando Marin, third grader, Dietrich Elementary. Isaac Lopez, fourth grader, Dietrich Elementary. Alberto Diaz Vasquez, fourth grader at Dietrich. Okay, bring mine. Our next group is Axel Jimenez Romo, third grader at Allen. Is Tracy here? Oh, welcome, Tracy. Okay. Antonio Blackburn, first grader at Allen. And we have Andrea Martinez, fifth grader at Allen. Okay. Just is Jerry Mestick in the house? Jerry? And what about Kaylee Mitchell? It's our art teachers. All right. So we'll continue with those students. And these will be Beaupre students. We've got here Damian Campos. Esmeralda de la Cruz, fifth grader. Samantha Tirado Avitia, fifth grader, Beaupre School. And Rose Nimusina, third grader at Beaupre School. All right. We have two more students from Hermes Elementary. We have Miranda Calderon, third grader. Mhm. And lastly, but not least, we have Daisy Nunez, third grader at Hermes Elementary. All right. One more round of applause for all of our students. You guys did a great job. Now we're going to take one more picture with everyone. There's one more student. Okay. Technical difficulties? Yep. We have a preschoolers from the ECC. Jalissa Campbell, are you here? Oh my God. Right, so we'll take one more picture with the board, or do we still have one more? You guys are doing great. Luz Gamboa from O'Donnell School. I think we got everybody. I hope so. All right, you guys did a wonderful job. We're gonna take one more picture, okay? So we're gonna come back just a little bit. Is that okay? Yep. And we'll have the teachers come up, please. Yes.
Yep. Parents and students, real quick, we're going to let you guys step out if you want to, so you don't have to stay for the whole board meeting. But before I do that, I just want to say thank you very much to Miss Morales for stepping in. Miss Yelenowski is over at the high school for the interview with our Harvard students in Univision. So that kind of came about last minute. So a big round of applause for Miss Morales for stepping in too, please. And parents and students, we'll pause real quick. We'll take a brief pause. So if you want to stay for the board meeting, you're more than welcome to. But if you want to leave now that your students have been recognized, you're welcome to do that. We know there's no school tomorrow, but you probably want to get your summer started as well. So I'll pause. All right, parents and students, we're going to reconvene our meeting. Those in the audience still, thank you for your patience as we celebrated our students and their wonderful artwork, but we are going to reconvene. Moving on to district updates. As the community is aware, as the Board of Education is aware, one of my initiatives is to continue to look for community partnerships and opportunities to partner in our community to bring resources in. And I just wanted to update the community and the board on three partnerships we're looking at in the near future with family counseling services, greater well-being counseling, and the CARES program. And these will all be to help provide some mental health and assistance for our staff and students as well. So these are future endeavors that we're looking at for community partnerships. And I just wanted to bring that forward and see if the board had any questions about those. If not, I will turn it over for agenda item 5 for the motion to approve. But I wanted to see if the board had any questions prior.
No? No.
Okay, thank you very much. And I'll turn it back over to Board President Fuentes.
All right, before we continue with the consent agenda, I just wanted to give an update regarding the Finance Committee with Ms. Johnson declining the role of Finance Committee Chair. And after talking with the Board Attorney and the administration, I've determined that at this time, the Finance Committee will remain in place, and it will be chaired by Myra Reyes, who has been appointed now as the committee chair. So thank you. All right, we'll move on to section 5, motion to approve the following consent agenda as listed.
So move. Second.
Secretary, does anybody have any questions? Secretary, call the roll, please.
Valencia?
Yes.
Cefuentes?
Yes.
Johnson?
No.
Oliva?
Yes.
Lavshay?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
Moreno? Moreno?
What was this for again?
The consent-
Consent agenda.
Yes.
Okay. I believe we have a couple of announcements or,
Yes, we have 2 this evening, and we have 1 staff member who's not here, so we'll save that for the next time when she's available. First, we're pleased to introduce Mr. Alexander Furr as the new assistant principal of Rollins Elementary. Mr. Furr brings over 15 years of experience in education, serving as a classroom teacher and most recently as an instructional coach. Mr. Furr holds a bachelor's degree in elementary education from North Central College, a master's degree in educational leadership from Aurora University, and is currently pursuing his doctorate in educational leadership at Aurora University. Please welcome Mr. Furr as the assistant principal of Rollins Elementary. Next, we are pleased to introduce Mr. Noel Delamar as the new assistant principal of athletics and activities at East Aurora High School. Mr. Delamar is being promoted from his current position of division chair for physical education, health, and driver's education at East Aurora High School and brings over a decade of experience in education, having served as division chair as well as a physical education teacher in both Illinois and Wisconsin. Mr. Delamar holds a Bachelor of Arts in Physical Education from Carthage College, a master's degree in Educational Leadership from Northeastern Illinois University, and is currently enrolled in a doctoral program at Loyola University. Please welcome Mr. Noel Delamar as the Assistant Principal of Athletics and Activities at East Aurora High School.
all right, we are moving on to the Finance/Personnel Committee with Ms. Reyes.
So we held a meeting today, June 2nd at 5:30 PM here in the Admin Center. And we went over oh, okay. And we'll give an update at the next meeting. Sorry, thank you. Action items. So 6B.1, motion to approve 3 overloads for Project Lead the Way for the 4th quarter at Fred Rogers Magnet Academy.
So moved.
Second.
Any
Ken.
questions? Secretary, call the roll, please.
Cefuentes?
Yes.
Valencia,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
LaShay,
Yes.
Moreno,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes. And moving on to 6.B.2, motion to approve one FTE dean at Simmons Middle School.
So moved.
Second.
Secretary call the roll. Or sorry, any questions? Secretary call the roll.
Reyes,
Yes.
LaShay,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Valencia,
Yes.
Cefuentes,
Yes.
Moreno,
Yes.
Olivas.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Reyes. Moving on to curriculum and programs with Mr. Olivas.
Good evening. We had our curriculum program committee last May 19 at 6 p.m. here at the Administrative Center. We had the East Aurora High School Improvement Plan presented by Principal Mitchell and her administration team. They gave us a summary of the 23-24 school year, where East Aurora High School graduation rate grew from to 90% from 88 in the 22-23 school year. The ninth grade on track rate was 81 compared to 84% in the 2022-23 school year. East Aurora School fully implemented a block schedule for all students and staff in the 24-25 school year. 34.05 of advanced placements AP students earned a score of 3 or higher. 129 East High students took early career courses. 195 as of April 29, 2025, students have earned the State of Seal by Literacy Award. 128 as of April 29 students have earned the State Commendations toward Vital Literacy Award. Some of the goals that were presented for this upcoming year were the East Aurora High School will experience a decrease in overall referrals by 5% in the 24-25 school year. East Aurora High School will increase student attendance to 85% average daily attendance. Currently, as of 4/28, we're at 90.11%. By June of 2025, East High will increase the freshman on track rate to 87%. As of March 10th, they were 85.28%. And by June of 2025, the cohort of 2025 will have a 91% graduation rate. I think as of the last time we talked, we were 83%, and that's not including the summer grads. They also talked about the work. They are working closely with West Ed to analyze this year's improvement plan. We also had a new course proposal by Principal Mitchell and Mr. Delamar about the hybrid new proposal 0-hour physical education course for 11 and 12th grade students at East High, offering a 0.5 credit semester. Designed to increase students' engagement, cognitive function, and overall wellness. The course utilizes Polar heart rate monitors and Polar Flow app to support fitness and mental health. We also had a presentation by Dr. Guzman about world language resource adaptation for the high school. She talked about the Vista High Learning was selected over Sabbath for both heritage and AP courses due to better usability, differentiation, and alignment with the instructions needed. So teachers and student feedback and strongly supported the Vista High Learning. The proposal includes purchasing Galeria A through Z for heritage course and temas for AP Spanish. There's a total projected cost of $92,451.60, and there will be action. This item will be action this evening. Dr. Engel also gave us an update on summer enrollment. We will be having summer courses for pre-K to 12th grade. Pre-K to 5th grade will be housed at Oak Park, Dietrich, and Hermes. Grades 6 through 8 will be at Cowherd. Grades 9 through 12 will be at East Aurora High School and the Extension Campus. We also have many summer camps available for our students, which include sports, STEM, leadership, and also with partnership with the City of Aurora Camp. Let's see. We also had summer course and camp experiences by Dr. Amy Engel. The district is offering residential summer camp experience for middle school, high school students, fully funded by district, including tuition and transportation. We will have a program from sixth grade to eighth grade at the NIU, will be STEAM, NIU STEAM Camp for grades 9 to 12, the Illinois Summer Youth Music Camp, grades 9 to 12, and the Summer Intensive Camp from grades 9 to 12. This also will be up for action item this evening. We also had a proposal for disposal of materials by Rosa E. Horn, Director of Early Learning and Education Grants. And then we had an update on enrollment, and the meeting was adjourned at 6:32. Our next meeting will be on Monday, June 16, here at 6 p.m. And we do have some action items. Any questions?
No.
No? All right, first action item, 7B.1, motion to approve the resolution for disposal of outdated and broken furniture from the Jumpstart and Preschool Program.
So moved.
Second.
All right, no questions? Secretary, call the roll.
LaShay,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moreno,
Yes.
Cefuentes.
Yes.
Valencia.
Yes.
All right. 7B2, motion to approve the summer residential camp expenses with Northern Illinois University and University of Illinois not to exceed 59,105.
So moved.
Second.
All right, any questions? Secretary, call the roll, please.
Valencia,
Yes.
Cefuentes.
Yes.
Moreno,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
LaShay.
Yes.
7B.3, motion to approve up to 4 additional sections of the STEAM Ignition Summer Camp for summer 2025, not to exceed $32,936.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Secretary, call the roll, please.
Cefuentes.
Yes.
Valencia,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
Moreno,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
LaShay.
Yes.
7B.4, motion to approve the hybrid 0-hour P course revision for the 25-26 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Secretary, call the roll, please.
Reyes,
Yes.
Valencia,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
LaShay,
Yes.
Cefuentes.
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
Moreno,
Yes.
And the last item, 7B.5, motion to approve the purchase of Vista Higher Learning Resources for Heritage Spanish and AP Spanish at East High School in the amount of $92,451.16.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Secretary, call the roll, please.
Valencia,
Yes.
LaShay,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
Moreno,
Yes.
Cefuentes.
Yes.
Olivas.
Yes.
All right, on to building and grounds with Mr. Lavshay.
We had our meeting today at 6 o'clock, and we will be updating that in July. Our next meeting is Monday, July 7th, right here at 6 o'clock, and we have no action items. So back to you.
Excellent. All right. Now I need a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing student discipline, safety and security, property acquisition, and the appointment, employment, performance, compensation, dismissal of a specific employee, and pending litigation.
So move.
Second.
Secretary, call the roll, please.
LaShay,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
Johnson, Moreno,
Yes.
Cefuentes.
Yes,
Valencia.
Yes.
and there will be action after the executive session. Motion to go back into regular session.
So moved.
Second.
Secretary call the roll.
Yes.
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 All right. Mr. LaShay, if you can read the action.
Sure. Be it resolved that this Board of Education, after having considered the evidence presented by the hearing officer, hereby upholds the recommendation for alternative placement to the Illinois Virtual High School in lieu of expulsion for student 860571774 of East Aurora High School, effective June 3rd, 2025, to include summer school 2025 and the first semester of the 2025. It says 2025-25, must be 2025-26 school year, right? Upon a return, the said student will attend the East Aurora Extension Campus. Should said student fail to attend the alternative educational setting, the expulsion will be immediately enacted for the remainder of the expulsion term without further action by the Board of Education. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution will be sent to the parents of said student and duly recorded in the official minutes of this Board of Education, School District 131. Dated this second day of June, 2025.
Okay. Motion to approve the resolution for student 860571774.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Secretary call the roll. Yes.
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 Johnson,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
LaShay.
Yes.
All right. Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Secretary call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moreno,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
LaShay,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
Cefuentes.
Yes.
Valencia.
Yes.